Hi, this is Daniel Yo from the Healing Relationships podcast, and today is episode 10. For the next 9 episodes, we are going to share and discuss the 9 Enneagram types. And remember, in one of our earlier episodes, we mentioned briefly that the Enneagram is a very ancient and detailed and complex system of understanding human being and understanding why we behave, feel, and think the way we do so. And the example I remembered I used was comparing the human as an iceberg. Whatever we see above the water, that is our behavior. And often when we are not aware, the behavior is merely a symptom of what is driving those behavior. In short, our intention behind those behaviors. And when we look only at the behavior, we sometimes risk judging people or boxing people up into a particular personality type or types. What I like about the Enneagram system is it tells us which are some of the types of Enneagram personality that we strongly relate to, and it teaches us that we are beyond those types. We don't need to be like that, and there is a way for us to jump out of the box that we create for ourselves, that we box ourselves in to look at things, to feel things, or to react in a particular way when we get triggered. Today we are going to introduce the Enneagram Type 1, and the Type 1 is called the good person. Have you come across people that are particular about doing things in a particular way, doing things in a right way and not the wrong way? Or they are very focused on the minute details or processes, steps, workflow, what they need to do next, and you cannot jump the steps, you must follow. There's almost like a certain guideline. I remember years ago when we moved to our new home, we invited an old neighbor, right? And she came with her family, and we haven't seen her for several years. And when she stepped in our home, she made an observation. She told us that, hey, you notice that something is not right on the wall. And I was thinking, what is not right on the wall? There's no crack, there's no nothing. And she said, your clock on the wall is a bit slanted. It is interesting. I may or may not have noticed that. And even if I noticed that the clock is slanted, I would have just leave it as it is. As long as I can tell what time is it of the day, I'm pretty happy. The Type 1, or the good person, sometimes people call them the perfectionist. They want the world to be better. Wanting the world to be better is nothing wrong. I think without wanting the world to be better, how can we improve continuously? The challenge comes for a Type 1 is when they insist that their way of doing things is correct. They focus on what is not done properly according to their standard, and when they are not aware, they then go ahead to correct other people, not accepting that there is no right or wrong way of doing things sometimes, and that it is absolutely okay for other people not to take in their advice to do things in a particular way or to behave in a way that they subscribe to. So there's this resentment of why people are not listening to me. The Type 1 Enneagram personality type are extremely hardworking people. They just want to improve things. And from their point of view, they come from a space of very good intention of wanting you to be a better version of yourself. And when they cannot let go, or they cannot understand why there is no absolute right and wrong, or they alone doesn't define what is right and wrong, then they can become pushy, preachy, rigid in telling people that, hey, you're doing the wrong thing. I'm here. I'm telling you what is right and wrong. So why aren't you following my standard? And when they insist that their standard is the right standard, it can create a lot of tension and stress and misunderstanding amongst people. I remember at one of the Enneagram Connections workshops in Malaysia during a panel discussion. So a panel discussion is when we invite the same personality type to the front and we will ask them questions where they will tell us about who they are. A participant asked the Type 1 panel whether it is more important to connect with people or to correct people. So there were 3 Type 1s there. And interestingly, all 3 of them said that it is more important to correct people. A short takeaway here is that see the Type 1 as having a good intention of wanting people and things around them to be better, so that we don't take things they said or what they do to us too seriously, and it's really nothing personal. See their good intention for a start. Alright, we've come to the end of our session, and thank you very much for tuning in. And if you are curious to find out what we do at the Enneagram Connections program in Malaysia, check us out at www.seedoflight.com, and on the main page, click on the tab Healing Relationships, and there you will find what we do. Thank you very much, and may you be well and happy. Bye-bye.